Something we've only seen. Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars for a berth in the AFC Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jackson on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jackson throwing again. And he fires one incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Nice 50, nice 50. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Hey, check. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On third down, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down now, Richard. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Set, hut. 48 to Pittsburgh. Hey, defense. Hey, close ball. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Haskins on third down. This will be caught at about the 5. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Back. Switch.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Mike, 44 Mike. Check. Got you.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Gordon, 58 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
You ready?
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Check like 40. Check like 40. Watch QB drop.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Jacksonville, first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first down, it's Haskins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. This is Grant. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
44, Mike, 44. Too little, Cut. Bobo's the Mike. Go. Watch the run. 44 is the Mike. Yeah. All day.
To throw on third down. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is brought in at the 21. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch time. Tight end right. 4 down. Jam.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Jaguars 2.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Let him know. Let him know. 57's Mike. 57's Mike.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Grant. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this will be taken at the 13. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Haskins on 1st down. He's going to go deep for Conley. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 73 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is now 2. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing is Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Set, ready. 6-yard run. 44. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Switch it, switch it.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 57 yards. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 44
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the air. Go. Who's that? Is that yours?
Throwing again. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long, being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go, and this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 47 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Tucker with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Haskins now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 49 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Go. 44, Mike, 44. Hey, Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Here we go. 44 is Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
On the ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And that will be incomplete as well. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. I'm coming.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. This one caught by Ridley. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check Mike 40. Check.
Now it's Haskins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, well, Mike 40. Mike 40. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch back. Mike 40.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. This is caught inside the 15. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Check curls, check curls. Tight go. Check. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
From midfield now, Haskins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line. Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy. Oh, that's you, partner. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested. And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Jackson back into his end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. That will make this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
There goes Mark Ingram, the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
We want it. Come to my world. 44, Mike, 44.
Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Let's go. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Go. Wrap. 44.
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 27 yards, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Come on, QB, come on.
To throw again is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Jackson on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now Jackson on first down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. The 20. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They come out here in the I. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Here we go.
This time, Jackson will throw it on the move to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
I like the play call. Roll him out, give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. This is Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Chris Carson there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. And that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Haskins will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Haskins to throw it. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
44, Mike, 44. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. 30. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 87 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
42, Jaguars 37. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
48 to Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mike 40.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Melvin Ingram, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 40. Yeah. You don't want none.
Now it's Haskins. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey. 4 down.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Mike 40. All day.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
44, Mike, 44.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, it's Carson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Jackson. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
44, Mike, 44. Nice, sweetheart.
Throwing now is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Josh Allen in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Single slot.
Haskins to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Haskins. That one complete. He finds Sharp. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
We got 4. We got 4. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Now it's Haskins. Buying time to his left. Open is Swain, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. He's back to throw. Completes it to Lee. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Hey, Silver. Switch. 57. Mike, 57.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Here we go with Haskins. This one caught by Ridley. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Hey.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On on the ground. Richard. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
From the gun, it's Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Bobo's the mic. Mike's Bobo. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 44. 44's Mike. Check. Watch the run.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
We can't be totally sure that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And they're moving on to the Conference Championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can